Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Maulina from CCU class 4th semester, and then I'm from the South Korean group, and I will talk about gender inequality in South Korea and title Gender Inequality which makes women in South Korea inferior to men. So first is gender equality. Inequality happens when women or men are treated because of their gender. So they treated depends on their what gender they are. And then, or it can be said that gender inequality that believe that men or women treated same. So however, as a human being, it is really unfair that we are discriminated by depends on gender. So when we have our own rights and responsibility. And in this video, I will give the example of one of the country that have gender inequality issues. So nowadays, we can see that a lot of women who have been able to choose their way of life in the future. So in the not something strange or something unusual if there are women are involved in helping their husband to work and to developing their economics. So women working to help their husband. So beside that, there are a lot of people who still think that man and woman have different roles. So women have roles, men have their own roles, that such as men must be strong, more men must be working, and men are dominant. So and then women should weak and then consider should taking care of their children and do housework and supporting it to their husband. And then however, there are countries that still think women inferior to men. Then according to Vice.com, state that men stated a statistic chart that tells where full-time dads viewed as a losers, and share agreeing a man who stays at home to look after their children are considered as less of men. So they think that taking care of their children is make their masculinity is gone. So from the chart shows that South Korean leads 76% of polling. So the importance of this topic is to make people more aware. So not only aware but more aware about the gender equality. So according to United Nations or UN, in 18 countries, husbands can legally prevent their wives from working. It means that women should be in home, and this it can be shows that women have no right to choose their own life. And then second is in 39 countries, daughter and sons don't have equal inheritance rights. And then 49 countries lack of law protecting women from domestic violence. And then as stated before, that many of men South Korea agree that taking care of their children is a woman's role, so that it could reduce their masculinity. Gender inequality in Korea, South Korea especially, it refers to the unequal opportunities and treatment of men and women in South Korea. So it's coming from deep-rooted patriarchal ideology and practice. So gender disparity in South Korea is consistently ranked amongst the highest in the world. While gender inequality remains prominent in South Korea, which in economic and politics field, but as long as the times grow, this gender inequality spread out to the education and health field. So many of Korean men are disrespecting women, and then in Korea especially, masculinity is really affecting the man's character. So which they think that man is dominant, they have power, they could do anything. So it makes them stubborn and really selfish. However, not only subordinate to man, women really considered as weak people. So they have no right to expressing their feeling. They have no right expressing their something like no voice. So according to the Human Rights Watch, explained that on June, South Korean women, the largest protest in South Korean history, report a protest. So it protests about spy cams, that small camera used to violate women's privacy. So it is take a picture or take a video in toilets, women's toilets or dresses. They take the picture or take the video and then share it online and spread it out. So it means that women really nothing in the man's point of view. In activists argue that the government doesn't take the issues really seriously, and except in the occasional case where a man is a victim. It means that showing that women are really not really respected by men. And of course, the awareness of gender equality in South Korea is really is incredibly low. So in conclusion, the gender gap is not the result of physiological or hormone characteristics. So gender inequality is a product of social integration of society in society. So it cannot be resolved simply by giving an opportunity, but also what it say our perspective. So our perspective must be changed. Yeah, thanks. That's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.